For all of you that don't know me, I am a wife of a local commercial fisherman here in Louisiana. When this first happened, the first 6 days, I literally stuck my head in the sand because I knew it was going to be bad. Then I met Ricky out from the last Valdez oil spill, and she woke me up. A very rude awakening, she woke me up, and I decided to do nothing other than educate myself for the last 71 days, other than the 6 that I stuck my head in the sand. Upon doing so and talking to Ricky, she said that when the cleanup was over for the last Valdez oil spill, that the fishermen owed the oil company money. Did you get that? How could anybody ever think that on an oil spill cleanup that our fishermen, any fisherman that got out there and cleaned up an oil spill's toxic waste would owe an oil company money? So they came into our town, the first day they came, BP, and said, don't worry because BP does business right. Well, it looked like they took Exxon's speech there and then filled in the blanks after I watched the documentary there. So at any rate, I started digging to find out just exactly what BP meant when they said long-term plan for our fishermen in the state of Louisiana. Now, people have to keep in mind that between the commercial and recreational side of fishermen, both of them, there's right at $3 billion a year annual revenue created by these men and women out on the water, and that's a fact. So I started digging, and I got a whole large claims department, and I asked them, I said, I want to know how this claims versus the vessel of opportunity money program works. Everybody's worried about the birds, as am I. I mean, I was taught not to throw so much of the cocaine in the body. I was taught to respect it. This is our home. Everybody's talking about the birds and the this and that. This is a food source for human beings that's gone. Well, it's going to be going for a long time. I don't care what anybody says. I've been here. I've been out on the boat. I've seen that stuff everywhere. So I talked to Large Plains and I asked them, I said, if our guys go to work for y'all and they work for 2-3 months and they make the same amount of money that other business owners have come into the area, and then everybody's under the same vessel of opportunity program contract as far as the guys that work with us, and then you have your contractors who subcontract. But the ones on the VOO program, not all of them have been impacted by this incident at all, none whatsoever. What would they do? They said that they would take the funds that they pay our fishermen and deduct it from their claim and then consider our fishermen whole. And I'm going to read you the letter that I cut to BP. It has come to our attention that British Petroleum intends to deduct what monies it pays out to fishermen impacted by the MC-252 incident and who are now working under contract with the Vessel of Opportunity Program from monies BP has committed to pay and loss of income claims. After careful review of the VOO contract, we have discovered that nowhere in the VOO contract does it specify that parties working under said contract must be directly impacted by this incident. The fact that this submission has allowed any and all persons to work under the VOO program. As evidence on the docks reported in the general media, many persons and boats currently working in the VOO program were in fact not at all impacted by this incident. Given these facts, to deny those persons directly affected the same right to earn over and above their normal income does not only constitute discrimination, it borders on criminal persecution. Those dependent on their livelihoods prior to the MC-252 incident would be singled out and held back from taking advantage of what has become a windfall for those not directly affected. We will not tolerate being any further persecuted. The fears our families are experiencing, the loss of not only our livelihoods but also our way of life, our legacy, our pain has no dollar value. Yes, we will not sit idle while those around us profit hugely from our tragedy, and we are being held at our previous policy by this level. We demand that BP pay us our full claim money and our full VOO money. The two are as unrelated in relation to us as they are to the plumbers, bankers, lawyers, and other people you have working in the VOO contract. We will not accept any response or answer that is not in writing. And they wrote back. Dear Kindra, we are in receipt of your correspondence regarding the VOO program and appreciate your concern. BP will continue its efforts to pay legitimate claims for losses incurred due to the Deepwater Horizon incident. However, federal law clearly provides for adjustments for all income resulting from the incident. All income from alternative employment or businesses undertaken, you're going to love this, and potential income from alternative employment or businesses not undertaken but reasonably available. Therefore, any income earned by claimants during the period of which their claim losses must be factored into the valuation of their claimed loss of income, and this will include income paid to participants in the Vessel of Opportunity Program. That means our fishermen are out here right now working off their own claim. Now, BP gets to take the money from the insurance company, they get to take the money from the tax deductions, and they're going to take it off of the backs, the skin off of our fishermen's backs? I don't think so. I have contacted every fishing organization nationally. Our fishermen are not doormats. They are fathers, brothers, uncles, and sons, and they're hard-working individuals. These are good men. We're not going to sit back and take this quietly. It will not happen. Most of our fishermen do not know this exists. After today, if I've got anything to do with it, I will stop every one of them every time I see them and hand them a copy of each one of these papers. You know what that's going to do? How about they just shut down? How about we dock our boats? Then what's BP going to do? But we don't want to do that. You know why? Because this is our Gulf that they're destroying. Not only are they destroying it with the oil now and all the garbage that they're putting on top of it with this damn dispersant, every piling is submerged, broke off wellheads, unlit garbage. The stuff is scattered all over the place, all throughout our marshes and along the shorelines of our Gulf. They leave their garbage here non-stop. When is this going to stop? Now, as far as the moratorium goes, that's a hard thing for me to get into. And I'm not even going to touch that because that's none of my business. That's to do with the politicians and the oil companies and whoever. I don't even want to get into that. All I'm worried about is saving our Gulf right now and making sure in the end of things that our fishermen, all three industries, our oil industry, our commercial fishermen, and our recreational charter fishermen, and all that support that, can put food on their children's table at the end of the week. That's my biggest concern. I wanted to put my kids through college. My husband used to sell $200,000 a year worth of seafood off our boats. Now what am I going to do? BP going to pay for my kid to go to college? I don't think so. They don't even want to pay the claim. They'll pay all legitimate claims? No, we're paying for the claim. We're working off our own claim. I mean, where do we go from here? They won't use a bioremediation. Louisiana State Department of Wildlife and Fishery, LSU scientists have got 30,000 gallons been ready before the oil ever hit the marsh. It's still sitting on a pallet somewhere. All the different technology that could have been used and could have been and should have been, move forward and get out of the way. If you can't do your job, you know what? If you can't do your job, what happens? You get pink slip, you buy it. Somebody else comes in and they replaces you. Bottom line. You know, I mean, I've done this for 70 days, non-stop, oil spill, oil spill, oil spill. I moved my kids out of my parish. I had my friend come down and pack my kids and take my kids because my kids was getting sick. They want to talk about people letting their kids swim along the beaches and stuff. I've got a whole computer out there loaded up with photographs sent to me from people all over the country who thought these commercials made everything okay. So they brought the kids to the beach and let them get in the water, and guess what? Hives, big sores all over them. Oh, it's okay. Go swimming. What are people thinking? It's time to stop the bullshit and put the truth out on the table. It's just stop. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. Every politician, anybody involved in this, do the right thing. And as far as our federal, local, state, parish, BP, every one of them, get out the piss and match. Boys, get on the same table. Get on the same page. Come to a conclusion.